Steve and Jill here.
Hello.
Welcome to the Land Academy Show, entertaining land investment talk. I'm Stephen Jack Butella.
And I'm Jill DeWitt, broadcasting from the Valley of the Sun.
Today we have a Land Academy membership brother team, Stephen and AJ Holbrook from Idaho. Are you guys both in Idaho?
Yes. Yeah. I'm in eastern Idaho now as of a month ago, and AJ's still in the west. So we're covering all of southern Idaho.
Idaho is, I don't need to tell you guys this, but I'm telling the listening audience here, is exploded. The growth is just, every time I look at reports of around the country where the highest growth area is, Idaho is always number one. Why do you guys think?
Mm-hmm.
Generally, the low cost of living.
Yeah, I agree with that. Low cost of living, crime rates low. We have some pretty major industry here, so a good paying, reasonable jobs. And the culture here is just fantastic. And we're kind of banana belty. Our summers aren't ridiculous and our winters aren't terrible.
Yeah.
Cool. Is it still a low cost of living though?
Oh, the cost of living's really not affordable for locals, but that's been in the news a lot. But I mean, the big drive here, I think, is you can live in a city and get those amenities, and then you're no more than 2 hours away from anything you want to do. If that's snowboarding, if that's hiking, if that's fishing, camping, hunting, and pretty much any recreational activity you want outside of probably mountain climbing, just because we don't have good mountains here for that.
So what's the snow really like in December, January?
Depends on where you're at.
Yeah, and where you're at. Here, I'm in the greater Treasure Valley, so Boise near the capital. In 2016, we had what we called Snowmageddon, and it was feet of snow. This year, I think our max snow is 4 inches at a time, and it melts off in a couple of days. But I mean, it's terrible. Nobody else moved here.
Yeah. Boise gets about 12 inches of precipitation a year, so not a whole lot of water gets in the Boise Valley, but the mountains usually see several feet of snow. Not that far away, they probably get 6 to 8 feet a year in the mountain locations.
Cool.
Eastern Idaho gets a little bit more snow than Western Idaho because of the Tetons.
Tell us about buying and selling land in Idaho. Do you do that, first of all?
We do. That's actually where we started out. We figured our first mailer, we should do something we know. And test the waters. So our first mailer was 1,019 was the volume, and we sent it to a local county here. We bought our very first deal off that. That was kind of our Kool-Aid moment. So we bought for $5,000 and sold it for 15 with 11 trips to the property because we didn't know what we were doing, and the buyer wanted to see it and wanted a tour. And so we cut our teeth and said, we're never driving to another property ever again, unless we want to keep it for ourselves. So we have done that as well. But we did start here locally. And so we've really done well in non-disclosure states and areas where the barrier to entry is relatively high if you don't know what you're doing. So it's kind of our bread and butter.
So what's, start from the beginning with your experience with Land Academy. How long have you been with us? And just tell us how you're doing, how many deals you're doing, and generally your experience.
Yeah. So we joined the winter of 2019, and we'd been through another course that didn't seem right. The secret counties list just didn't smell right, didn't sit right with us. So we started looking around, did the old Google search, competitors of, and you guys came up. Stephen and I were super close family. We're brothers, like you mentioned earlier. So we talk every day. I said, hey, man, check this out. Listen to this. What do you think? And so we went back to your very first podcast and listened to all of them. I'm a day behind.
Wow.
Stephen, where you're at. We had a lot of windshield time, both of us at the time, driving to projects with our W-2 jobs. And so we listened to all of them. And that was one of the ways we measured how legitimate you guys were, because nothing ever stays static. And so hearing the advice change, and we can, your podcasts are relatively short, so we can listen to quite a few in a day. And hearing you guys adjust with the market and really share the wisdom as the market changed in real time. We said, okay, well, this seems like a community we could be a part of that would be helpful in reaching our goals. And we've been here ever since. So we've done 30-ish deals. We really didn't get started until mid-spring of 2020, going on mailers and trying to be consistent and we spend a lot of time reinvesting and building our systems out. So we've done about 30-ish deals across the country now. We're still building our systems. We're still working to increase our volume, and we're just hitting a growth point now where we're looking to hire VAs a little bit more in depth. We do have one right now, but we're looking to expand and really take this thing to the next level.
Congratulations. That's fantastic. I'm really glad it's working out. Jill, in the pre-show, they were asking about the name of the consultant that we had recently for Airtable. You can wait till afterward, or you can just share it with us now. Do you know the name of that person? I think his name's Henry.
I don't remember his last name, but I can. If you email me, I'll get it to you. Yeah, he's in Toronto. He's in Toronto, and he's awesome.
Yeah, I'm interviewing guys tomorrow. Need some resources on that.
We're working on developing. When he's done with this first wave of projects with us, we were going to make a new revamp my land Airtable that we use, that base. And then I was going to kind of make a template that I was going to share with the advanced and the career path group. So
Gotcha.
it's coming. Yeah.
Okay.
So you could just copy mine if you want, and that'd be cool.
Yeah, we'll definitely check it out. But we've got ours. We've been building on it for 2 years, and so we just need a little bit of help in some specific areas on ours, and just looking for somebody qualified. Upwork has 1 million people who say they can do it, but for whatever that's worth.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. He teaches a course. I put all my team through a course on I don't know how to say it, Udemy. But yeah, and so we just decided to hire the guy that taught the course. I'm like, if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for us. So yeah, cool.
That's what people do with us. They hire us, they hire the teacher.
Right.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. And
I don't know about if you guys are having this conversation. Jack and I have this conversation pretty much every day. There's things that you look at and go, is it worth me doing it? Or is it better for me to hire someone to do it? And it sounds like you guys are there because you're hiring out stuff. Like, I don't need to do this anymore. My time is really better spent here, like picking an area, pricing, that looking at deals kind of thing. You don't need to be doing all the little bitty phone calls. You don't need to be babysitting things as they go through closing and that. So how do you guys divide up the roles, by the way? Who does the transaction part and the sales part, and who does the front end part, or do you both, do it all?
Go ahead, Steven.
So, okay. Yeah. So, I am in charge of doing the county research, getting all the for sale and sold comps put together, pulling the data, scrubbing it, getting the mailer, all the way through 020, out the door. And then, as AJ said, we use Airtable. So once that happens, I upload everything onto Airtable. All the records, which is a very nice feature that you can just drag and drop. And then when deals come in, AJ fields the incoming deals through the call answering services and whatever comes in through the mail to us, or whoever contacts us through the sites, whatever the means may be, and then divvies them out between me and our one VA, and then the VA and I go and evaluate the deals, for the 5 A's or 6 A's, I think it might be now. And then we contact the owners and the county and evaluate whether or not we want to do the deal. And then AJ's a part of the oversight, and him and I, once a deal comes through that we agree on a price and we think it's a good deal, him and I do one last sit down and evaluate whether we want to proceed with it. And then I handle the escrow, and I'm more or less the transaction coordinator to that point. And then our VA primarily handles marketing on the back end.
Cool. Have you guys used any brokers or agents, or you sold them all yourself at this point?
We use real estate agents, but then we also take an active role in marketing ourselves. Because let's be honest, not every real estate agent that we hire is in it and hungry to do the deal. And so we're not going to rely on them 100%, but it is nice. We have had quite a few really good real estate agents that we've done repeat business with because they are very on top of it. But typically we don't sign a real estate agent to more than a 6-month term or agreement, just because if they're being a slouch, right, I don't want to be committed to somebody for a year.
Totally agree. That's what I do.
Yeah, we're firing one today,
firing
aren't you?
one this month. Yeah.
Have you found it's not hard? Like I've had to fire a few too, and it's like we all know you're getting fired and they want to go too. It's like, great, we're not on the same page. Done. Yep.
Yeah. Well, when you hear the excuses of, the price of building materials, people don't want to buy this property and I'm thinking that's not specific to a geographic area. That's everywhere, and yet how come I can buy and sell land in a different state just fine? Like, it's not a state specific issue. So that's a red flag for me that this agent doesn't really want to do their job.
That's outrageous. It's cheap. Really, it's cheap land. Who doesn't want cheap land?
Right? Everybody wants it.
Cheap.
Yeah.
And in the same breath, she says, yeah, these are priced appropriately, and then using the excuse of building materials. No, that's not how this works. I'm sorry. This is my first day doing this.
We had one recently that did a great job for us. Priced a property, approved it, posted it, we sold it. We were thrilled. And then gave him another listing, and he just completely and totally dropped the ball. And Jill sees him on social media, and she blames it on his new girlfriend.
Oh, totally.
Every time. Every time.
Yep. She's hot. She's tall. She's got legs for days. She's blonde. I see them in Disneyland. I see them fishing. And by the way, now he's hired her. So it's all going to come crashing down.
Oh, it's over now. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It'll take a year or two. He'll come back around, but it'll take time. So.
Yep, exactly.
Well, he's going to get his soul crushed, and then he's going to become a better agent.
Yep. That's it.
Yeah. So why do you think this works for you guys? What's the secret? Probably I don't know the exact numbers, about 50 to 60% of Land Academy members really make this program work for themselves. And you guys obviously follow there. So what's the secret?
I think it's just showing up every day. Stephen and I we talk every day about the business. Every morning when I drive to my W-2 job, I talk to him, and we try and get 1% better every day. So it's just showing up. It's having good work ethic, and a little bit of faith actually goes a pretty long way. We're both very analytical, data-driven people, and we're very cautious, especially when it comes to investments. Somebody had to put the money up to start this thing, and that takes a little bit of faith to get done. So show up every day, have work ethic. Stephen has a saying that has a word I'm pretty sure I can't say on the show. Don't listen to your little voice that tells you can't and you shouldn't and it won't work. Just do it. Just get up and do it. Yeah, it's not going to always be fun. Mm-hmm. We've heard you guys say it a bunch of times, and it's absolutely true. This isn't an easy button. You don't send out mail and retire the next day. You got to show up every day, and you got to do it. So, and that's what we're doing. And then having a partner to bounce ideas off of has been instrumental, absolutely instrumental. We don't always agree. We often don't. I mean, we're brothers, so we've got a lot of years together. And so we work through issues. I'll throw, hey, what do you think out? And he'll say, that's the dumbest thing you've said this month. Are you sure? And so we debate it and we discuss, but we're respectful about it. And we really do strive to understand where the other person's coming from, not ask, why the hell would you say that? We say, well, what are you trying to say? How do you want this to work? What are you thinking? So asking what and how questions keeps us still coming to Thanksgiving together, so that helps.
Yeah, we're not taking anything personal, right? We understand that this is a business and we're the owners of it and we're in charge. And so we might have disagreements, but at the end of the day, right, we at least discuss it. And then at family events, we never discuss business at family events, just because it's their family time. So
we can learn a little from you guys. We discuss business a little too much.
Yeah. The dumbest thing I've said so far this month to Jill is, this is not how I want to spend Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Pretty recent, huh? I don't think you get a vote, dude.
Yep, that's right.
No. Never mind. We have an appointment at Cartier later today.
All right. Nice. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I'm gonna stay in the RV. Terrible. Terrible. Yeah.
That's happened.
Awesome. Give me what's your favorite deal right now? I want to know numbers. Yeah, give me some numbers, like buy for this, sell for this. What's your sweet spot now?
We're buying in the 10 to 12 and selling for 30 to 40. I mean, that's the deal that just went into escrow today. My favorite one, whenever we bought for, I got the number here, 607, and sold it for just over 20 grand, $607, and sold it for 20,000. That's my favorite one ever. Yeah. Yeah, reframe the target. Yeah.
That's great.
So that's how we do it. That is exactly how we do it. We do it based on dollars. So, and I'm not advocating this. There's been some confusion about high-priced mailers lately. So I want to be super clear about it. We mail, we send out pretty pricey offers, but it's in areas where I know the property's going to sell that minute as soon as we get it. And so I don't advocate you guys are in areas that you know very well, clearly. And, so you can price a little bit more and sell for, how fast it's going to sell, who's going to sell it, all of that. So, for everybody else, I think the 30% methodology or 35% methodology is best, unless you're really, really in a market that you know all about.
Yeah, we totally agree.
Absolutely agree.
Yeah, we send mailers outside of areas that we work regularly. We did a little stint on the East Coast here recently, and we price the same way. We price in the 30 to 35%, style. But anywhere we know very well inside and out, we'll definitely go a little higher and try and get a few more deals that way, assuming that the dollars are there. We're never going to take a bad deal.
That's good.
Yeah. And being local in Idaho and sending mailers here, we get a lot of people that call in and they say, well, what's your deal? We've gotten several other letters and offers from other people. What makes you different? And what we're finding is a lot of people who are sending mailers are doing subject twos, and they want the chance to get the people under contract and say, hey, give me 6 months to try to sell this property. And if I don't, I'm voiding the deal. And they're very attracted to this methodology of, hey, here's an offer, and in 3 weeks we can close and you can have money in hand.
Right.
So and it helps that we're local too. We can play that, say, hey, we're local to you, and we're not somebody out of Texas, out of state, because that's an advantage for us.
We're not like those yuppies in Scottsdale, Jack and Jill.
Yeah, it's the Californians they don't like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's they get a bad name up here just because they're pricing the locals out.
We actually have some Idaho property right now. We keep going back and forth with, do we keep it? What do we do? It has a falling down mobile on it. I'm like, so that's great. So I don't know. I put it up for sale, and I think Jack, you pull it down. So we'll see.
That's
but it's great.
Buy for 14, sell for 150. It's a good deal.
Wow. Yeah,
and you keep pulling it down.
What county in Idaho? Yeah, it's definitely advantageous. There's definitely some hot markets.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, we had to stop looking at property because we quit selling them once we saw it. We still own a riverfront lot here because we drove out there. Let's check it out because our real estate agent sucked. We'll go get our own pictures, put our own for sale sign on it. And that was 2 years ago. We still own it. So
it's not bad. It costs more to mail in the check to pay the property taxes than the property taxes actually are.
The taxes are $2.03 a year, so it's not really a burden. But
Awesome.
But yeah, one day we might do something with it.
Yeah. No, we love the Land Academy system. It works. Anybody listening who's just getting into it, it works. Have some faith. If you follow the steps, it's going to work. We bought a property in a subdivision that after we bought it, we found out it could never be developed and thought, oh boy, here's our first loser. And we still sold it. We still made money on it. So if you just follow the process, it works.
That's because you guys are buying it right.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. And doing our due diligence.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's been great.
So what's the big picture? Like where what are your plans? Like, AJ, are you going to quit your W-2 at some point, or where are you taking this?
That's the goal. Yeah.
Want me to go?
No, I'll do it. Me first. I'm older. I get to go first, dude.
Okay.
So, yeah, quit the W-2. Quit the W-2.
Cool.
So, we're looking to do 7 figures this year. And that would put me in a place to totally retire and do this full time. So, Steven recently scaled back. We both work at the same W-2 job during the day. He recently scaled back and has been able to focus on our business and growing it. So he's spending almost double the amount of time per week that I am on it, which is why when we were talking kind of our roles and responsibilities, it seems like he does a lot. We kind of ebb and flow. When I've got the time, I do it. When he's got the time, he does it. So that partnership's worked out really well. But the goal is to retire me this year and Steven to quit his W-2 as well.
Nice.
So, and we can do it. I know we can. We know the system works.
When's the last time you guys kicked each other's asses physically?
Question.
I think the last time we, I think that was in.
Well, do we count
school.
sports? Do we count sports? Because you kicked my ass at horse 2 weeks ago when you were at the house playing basketball. So
yeah, but yeah, and then we bowling. I bowled a 300 in that.
That's wow. True. You smoked me on the weekend. That's right. We pretty much compete at everything. Everything we do, we share our scores.
I can tell.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. It's been a good time.
So, yeah, right now AJ is kind of our. He's always been actually our CFO. So he makes sure our books are and he handles the finances, and he is in contact with the CPA, and he's kind of the bigger picture kind of guy, like he was alluding to earlier with Airtable and having meetings. And we do a quarterly evaluation of our systems and processes, look for any pitfalls or pinch points, and try to get rid of those, get more automated with our processes, hiring VAs. He's spearheading the growth portion, and I'm kind of the guy that just keeps the business running, get deals in and get deals out.
Excellent.
He deals with the rest.
I look back on my professional career. Every time I've had a partner, including now, with Jill, it's just things have gone so much better than if I was just doing it myself. And so I don't say that here to talk about myself. I say it to whoever's listening to this, the listening audience. You should really, really ask yourself if you want to be in a partnership, because your gut at first is like, I'm not going to split half of this. I'm not going to split all this profit margin. But I really think that Jill and I do way, way more deals than if we were doing it separately. So it works out to everybody's advantage in the end, I think. But I think some people just can do better by themselves. I don't know. Did you guys start this way, or did one person start first and then bring the other person in?
We started the land business at the same time, but we both independently owned e-commerce businesses prior to this. Affiliate marketing, drop shipping. I think you wrote a book or something, Kindle published or something. I remember. Exactly.
Yeah, and I did an Amazon, print, like something with Amazon, a book, and then I think I did custom coffee mugs, print to order type thing, and that didn't really go anywhere. But it was kind of our first adult time of dabbling in entrepreneurial activities. We've kind of always been hustlers ever since we were kids. Our one memory is our parents did a yard sale, and my brother and I robbed their freezer of ice and took their KitchenAid stand mixer and sold snow cones, homemade snow cones, to the kids who were drugged to our parents' yard sale by their parents. And then we got it. What would we make, like $50? And mom and dad let us keep all the profits, even though we used their materials. But we've always kind of been doing stuff like that.
I'm laughing because I'm like your margins are a little bit bigger now than coffee cups.
A lot bigger. Yeah. But we did those enterprises on our own, and we didn't have anybody to bounce ideas off of, listen to different content, So while I would be caught up on your podcast, I'd go listen to other podcasts and go, hey, well, these guys over here are saying this. Does that apply to us? Do we like that? And there just wasn't, in those other endeavors, there wasn't any of that going on. So I feel like having a partner exponentially helps your growth. If you can stand to be around the person and not kill each other and get along, absolutely going to make you better.
Totally.
Okay, I just want to add, having the community of the Land Academy, in Discord, and all the help and everybody just being open, and I can ask a question. I think you actually had one of my questions on the May 4th episode about the people that wanted us to pay for our fence, buying the property. So that's kind of cool that, right, you guys actually, not only you, but everybody answers questions and helps everybody out.
Discord's a huge benefit to this group, I think. Huge benefit.
I was like, that was going to be my question. Do you have any questions? We're right here with us. Like, do you have anything you want at burning that you want to ask us?
I need the name of your Airtable guy, please.
That's all right. Yeah.
Let's circle back to that.
Other than that, we're good. That's awesome.
No, we're on your Thursday calls. We're engaged with the community. We've connected with several other members, people who've been in it for a long time that have helped us out along our journey. We are talking about and planning to join Career Path here in the near future when it works for our schedule. Saturdays are definitely out, so glad you're not doing that anymore. Yeah. So we're just going to keep stalking you guys. I feel like that's what we've been doing for 2 years, so it's nice to finally talk to you.
Well, on what planet can you guys, in less than 5 years, all in, I mean, you've dug in and now you're talking about quitting your jobs and this is it. I mean, where else can you do that?
Not with the Land Geek.
Well, yeah.
No.
Well, not only that, but you guys have the energy and the drive to do it, because it's two parts. It's one thing to know what to do, and then there's another thing to say, and we're doing it. And yeah, you may have to put your head down and give up some stuff for a little while, but so what? You can say, look, I'm X age and I've got this and I'm done. It's so great.
That's it. Yeah. And just take action. That's where Stephen and I have struggled with in our personalities, is that we're so analytical. So we push it all the time. Just send the mail out. We'll figure it out later. Just send it out. We'll figure it out later. Let's do this. And so that's helped. We help each other because we both know we're terrible at getting locked up. So that's helped us a bunch.
Got it.
Yeah, we're really to a point we just need to spend more time on it and get more mail out, which So
that's great.
Yeah. And right now my work schedule and I guess flexibility in it has allowed me to really step up. And I think last year our goal was 2,000 or 3,000 mailers a month, and our goal now is doubling that every month. So, upping it to 6,000, because the name of the game is send out more mail.
Yep.
And so, what I think AJ and I are looking for, and I think this program provides, is you can buy your time. You can, right? Because family is very important to us, and so this is a way to get what we want out of life instead of working 50, 60 hours a week, or right now it's more than that because we're double dipping in a sense. So the juice is worth the squeeze, in our opinion.
That's awesome. I haven't heard that. That's good.
Well, it's a pleasure talking to you guys. I'm really happy that this program's worked out for you. And, I'll end it here. Stephen and AJ Holbrook, it's a pleasure talking to you guys. And reach out to us if you need anything. I'm glad you're part of the group, and we'll definitely see you in Discord.
Okay. Yeah. And if anybody listening wants to reach out to us, feel free. Our website's onehorseproperties.com. We got a contact form on there. We'll help anybody with anything. We want to give back as much as has been given to us. So.
Thank you.
Excellent.
That's the best part of this community. Thank you.
It is. Thanks, guys. Appreciate your time.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you soon.